We got ourselves Goeris. Wait, Goeris. The first one up and running. Or for the team one is gonna zap up Lush, dude. Just hit her with a taser, like, get away from me, you scoundrel. Yo, wait, Goeris is an elemental this time. Oh, I am excited. Does get hit with a kidney. That is going to be his little elemental zapping him around. Massive Ascendance proc is in a great spot. He's in a peak performance. And Cloaker Shadows out of a plush. Goeris taking lots of damage. Does go for the Bulwark Totem. That is going to give him a lot of health to work with. Zapping down plush. Is able to get the damage in. Rotating to Earthy Elemental to give himself a little bit extra stun ability. But is going to be able to get himself out of that situation. Plush, I don't think he is hit with a Cloaker Shadow or Flame Shock, is he? No, he ain't. Maybe you can root him. Does he get the root totem? Because you know the rogue is going to be walking to you. You definitely got to catch him with the roots. Oh, or maybe he got some roots behind him. I'm not even sure. What are those totems back here? What are those totems back there, actually? It's going to be a full set of Blaze for Plush with a Death Pact. That's going to be a Ruffle Goeris. No more wall, no more Bulwark. He has to find a way to keep the rogue at bay and maybe take him out from a distance. Is going to be able to root him, try to go for healing. You got to stave off the blade damage. It looks like he's able to recover it with just healing surges. Just a couple of these surges, man, and he's able to get himself back up to top speed. Stun Totem not connecting, unfortunately, but he's able to unleash Frost Shock, Plush. Maybe can knock him. Now you can go for a proper knock. Does go for the knock. Step by the rogue. Got him some movement while casting. Mad damage by Goeris. Hold on a second. Oh, that elemental plus a couple of shocks did the trick. Goeris putting one down. And now who's going to be up next, dude? There's so many wizards out here. There's so many wizards out here, dude. Mistral is going to be up next. Wait, isn't the word Mistral? Isn't that in... Doesn't Gale say the word Mistral? I know there's Mistra. Doesn't it also the words Mistral as well? Is that BG3 stuff? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Am I wrong on that? Or am I just reminding myself? Man, what was just against Lock a Rogue? Rogue or Dev for Arena and Assess? I think Rogues are really, really good in Arena right now. I think you enjoy Rogues a lot if you want to play a class with a ton of control. Devs are also really good. You're just a glass cannon. Can you pump? Can you do, if you just want to turn Brain off and do Damie, I think Dev is really good for that. But they're harder to play, I'd say, because it's a caster and it's kind of squishy at times. But they're really strong right now. If you want to play a caster, Devs are really good at the moment. Rogues are really fun, though. Rogues have always been insane for PvP, however. So it's like historically been good. Big zaps on the Mistral. It is going to have to go for a block for Goeris. It's an opportunity to go for a heal. Does Mistral bust out of the block to land a kick, maybe? I don't think so. I don't think so. For Goeris to chill, as long as he's got resources, he should be able to sit down. Yeah, he's just going to sit down and get himself some food. For Mistral, also should be doing the same thing if they want to make sure to match up Goeris. But didn't really take too much damage and got him some decent recovery out of the block, I guess. So should be okay. Does get himself the elemental joining in, doing a bit of zappy damage to Mistral. That is a little bit of the passive damage for Goeris, which is perfect. Got them totems around the corner. As long as the elemental get himself the range, you should be able to start doing damage. What the hell is that Ellie doing? It's so tiny. Is that normal for the elemental to be that tiny, by the way? Or do you have like a glyph to get like a tiny version? Mistral with the invis. Try to see if you can get himself an angle. Breath to connect. Poly right after. In a good spot. Try to go for a stun right in the range. It does go for the Meteor Shower combo. But for Goeris, does survive it barely, though. Does go for the wall to follow up. Big ascent. That's an opportunity. You could potentially make a huge play here. Just needs a bit of zaps. Oh, the zaps! I feel like he queued in one lightning bolt proc, and then all the lightning bolt procs went in, dude. That mastery overloaded him. Holy! Gotta love Elemental, dude. Just the random procs of damage. I feel like Elemental is super fun, in my opinion, just because every button hits hard. Especially when you're in Ascendance and Mastery is just proccing for days, dude. Everybody just hits really hard. Gonna be Cobra, getting the power of Bonds of Fell, kind of hitting multiple targets with it. It's gonna be a able to follow. Goeris does dive underground. It's gonna be a bit under pressure here. With Cobra right next to him. Got himself an elemental joining back in. Shadow Fury to follow. Almost had a kick. Cobra actually taking down the ground totem for a second. That is gonna be a fear. Does go for a kick. And I think he dropped down a tremor totem as well, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Perfect opportunity for Goeris to potentially make some damage happen here. Got us a big primordial. They're going to be a reflect for Cobra for just a second. Infernal Bolt right after does himself a bit of damage. Succubus catching him for a moment. Cannonbolt to follow. Does fly. Oh, it's almost enough to take him out, but just not quite there. Needs a Shadow Burn or two. And Cobra's taking a lot of damage behind the pillar too. Wait, zaps back to back and Earth Shocks everything. Goeris is going all out. Trying to go for a big Tempest go, but Soulfire is going to take it. Oh my goodness. I love how Cobra was just like chasing after the guy and was like, wait, your health is actually kind of in trouble. This Shaman hasn't really touched you at all, and he's got some lightning bolts prep for you. You could be under a lot of trouble, actually. Chuda, trying to see if we go for a bit of that slow down onto Cobra. Slow down and low down with a Mortal Coil Fear to follow K's bolt. What, does he have double bolt? Single bolt. That's going to be diffuse. Wait, diffuse? Left you at half health? How hard was that bolt going to hit Cobra? This man is like straight up sending missiles at these guys, dude. He just paints him green. He just got a rocket launcher with like green painted missiles. Like, yeah, that's what my KS bolts. It's like, Cobra, these look like nukes. And all Cobra does is while he runs behind the pillar is like legalize nuclear bombs and just runs behind the pillar. That's all he does. That's all he says. Leaves us with nothing else. Chaos Bolt, Shadow Fury. I think if you got another bolt, man, Fear to follow. Soulfire could be the end if it crits really hard. Hold on a second. Does a bit of damage. Mortal Coil to keep the lock in, dude. What is that? One more bolt. Orb Brew does keep you alive, though. Enough damage reduction and a shield to keep absorbing that damage. Karma to follow. Do you just find the karma or do you just get away? I think you just walk. Yeah, just waddle. You just waddle. Sucking BCT for a second. Quickest Soulfire in the world. With Infernal right after. Just a couple of birds. It does burn him down. Burning his soul to the ground with meat. Gonna be up next. Got himself a freeze on one side with the frozen orb, as well as a blizzard on the other. Cobra just trying to see if he can position out of it though. But while he's around the pillar, he just can't move. He just slowed down to smithereens. As he's going to be able to back himself out of there with the gateway. Using it, having to use it really, really early. Not able to catch a heal either. It's just having to poke out and go for a bolt into a quick trinket. Kick onto Cobra. Has him rooted. Nowhere else to go. Cobra under a ton of pressure. Needs a heal. Mortal Coil helps him recover just a little. Stabilization has been acquired. We'll need to use a port to just get out of position. He's going to definitely have to get away from Mies. He's gonna have to get Mies into the room, pour it out, go behind the pillar. I think that's all he can do right there. Yeah, try to see if he can reposition. Mies is aware of his ports, though. I'm sorry, what? What killed him? I looked away for like 2 seconds to a different guy, and Cobra had a little bit of health, and I just didn't. Huh? Did he have a heart attack? Or did it like get hit by a good like lance or something? That was wild. Big ray of frost on the Mies. Got himself ultra. Gotta make sure you block though. Gotta make sure you block though. You're not having to fight against a rogue with an execute with the bleeds, but you still gotta make sure you gotta get the block at some point, bud. But with Jayhawk, I don't know how you could. Oh, you have to play defense. Yeah, you have to see if you can get yourself some food. If Jay goes for the eyes, you go for food immediately. I think Jay just trying to see if he can find you. Sitting down, getting food immediately. Every tick of food is helping you here. But he is already on the approach. Brad on the blink, though. That is some work. And for me, that's an opportunity. Oh, block out for Jay immediately. Just did not want to find out if that was going to do any damage to him whatsoever. Just block it while high. So that might not be that bad. Got himself a Brad to follow as well with a poly. And now he's the one making a play. Proper stun. Mies can't go anywhere. Yeah, has to block as well. He has to respond. He has to respond. He just has to. Will Jay try to see if he can get himself in a better spot here? Got himself shifted power. Mies recovered just a decent bit of health, actually. Might be able to tussle with Jay. Jay actually having to go for a cold snap here in a bit, maybe? Very possible. Mies does not have a second block. Jay does. Ray of Frost doing a bit of damage. Quick kick on him right after Brad to disrupt the cast from the Frosty. And it's going to be a poly right after. Yet another frost bomb, trying to go for another setup. Maybe a freeze. Jay just doesn't want to find out if that's going to do a lot of damage. Still took a bit of hits there, though. He did still take a bit of hits there, though. So Mies got to make a play here at some point. Flurries are proccing. Got himself the, oh, the combo! And Mies just absolutely takes it. In a 1v1 scenario, he decided, you know what? I want to be the one winning this one. But yet another frost mage. I'm DC'd? You're going to tell me I DC from that? That was such a good duel. Oh, get me back in there, baby. I need to see more of that. I was in the edge of my seat watching that one. I need to get back in. Blizzard, please. Oh, please tell me I can at least float camera. Please tell me I can still float around. What happened? Oh, looks like the mage. Yeah, what's his name? Rain. What's your name? I can't see their health bars for a bit. It's gonna be buggy like this. But Bayek, oh, this guy's already doing some damage to Bayek, actually. Holy, yeah, so my UI broke when that happens, when DCs happen like that. I can't do anything. It just broke. I can't help it, boys. But Ray of Frost out for Reynard. There we go. You got the UI back, baby. Reynard apparently does take out Mies, and is actually on a strip to take out Bayek too. He does still have a block actually, so he might be okay. Actually, just block. I think just block. I think just block while you got high. Block while high health. Oh no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Bayek does take it. Man, I was actually so sad that I missed a portion of this. But Cobre was putting some numbers in. Goers was putting him some numbers, dude. You gotta love the overload procs. Oh my god. All right. Well, with that one, we have to go and get.